What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, episode number 56 with me, GamerKnoob. I've been forgetting to do something, so let's see if I can do it, shall we? I wanted to look. Obviously, you can use, like, everything. Where was my remove negative level spell, my restoration spell? There it was. Used with a skill check. Alright. Let's save. It's not what I wanted to use it for.
Are we in trouble yet?
Oh, yes, what?
She tried to use this on her.
Yes!
Thank you. That's what I've been trying to do. Now, remove disease. You can do it. Suck. Remove disease wand gone. It's okay, we have the restoration lesser, which I'm pretty sure would get rid of it. Yeah, nice. And we could remove those, but I think it's okay for now to leave those on there, honestly. Alright, let's loot. Cheese crostata? Copy recipe. Alright. I guess I didn't look at this weapon, but we don't use them, so. It is a +3 great club. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice, but we don't use great clubs. So.
Let's move!
Some magic essence. Sweet. Surprised this isn't anything. Is that all that's down here? Really? Okay.
Follow me.
Let's go. Get away. Just a big fight, and that's about it in here. I'm okay with that. Farm me up some XP and stuff, you know. I don't think we can get up anywhere in here. Yeah, it just looks like it's a straight shot through. Unless, like, I can walk up this way, but no, I can't. Okay. Area exit time. Where to next? Still waiting for that. Still waiting to get stuff for that. The Molten Scar. Dragon Hunt, of course. We need to set up an ambush with them for that. Wait 2 weeks and visit the court. Can't do that yet, I don't think. Still waiting to find Woljif. Erect a building for keeping battle mounts, we need a stable, and then restoring things. Okay. Shrine of Sacrilege, Green Gates, places we need to go. Obviously Grimwood for the dragon, but I don't think we're ready for that quite yet. Molten Scar. We need to head in this direction, so that is the direction in which we will head. We also need to bring our army south. Has reached you and now it attacks. Okay. Little baby army, so not too concerned. We're waiting for them to get up here, of course. Ignore the damage, my friend. So if I move you now, you might end up getting attacked. The only annoying thing is we don't have any healing other than you. God, that's annoying. Defensive formation. Definitely gonna be losing some people in this fight. No more AoE attacks, please. These guys are gonna do lots of damage. Go for it, friend. I'm not convinced we win this. I mean, I don't know if we can get through this guy's defense though, so maybe we just do. Keep using spells, you need them. Let's fall these guys back. Might let them 1v1, honestly. You fall back too, see what happens? Eh, they can't 1v1. I mean, they can, it would just take forever. This squad is weak. What a long fight. What a long fight. I mean, this guy's stronger than our units for sure. We just have 3 units, we get 3 attacks a turn, he gets 1. And then 1 attack is taking out more units than our 3 attacks. Just keep poking. If we're getting through like 2-ish a turn, he's getting through like 4 to... This is not good. Hello, I'm on this side now. I didn't mean to be like switching sides, I just kind of did. I don't know how to make tanks worthwhile. Like they just, I don't know how to make tanks worthwhile. They don't do the damage and they don't get focused, you know? Like so, what are you supposed to do? Goodbye. Now you're after them. I know. We're not gonna lose this unit, which is nice, I guess, but we definitely lost a lot of people in this fight. Get a bonus turn. Oh. Good job, team. You did so wonderfully. Legs hurt, sorry. I had to move around. What's going on here? Financing a crusade is a costly process, and diplomatic councils come up with new tricks to preserve the friendship to countries, nobility, and sponsoring the commander's army. Nice, beautiful. over property. Part of the fortress wall sustained damage in the demon attack on Dresden. A number of buried golems covered in Dwarven runes were discovered among the collapsed stones. Upon hearing this news, a member of the Dwarven clan inspected the commander and claimed that the golems belonged to them. What should be done with the golems? Give them to the doors. Yeah, we'll get the doors on our sides. We've accepted the commander's fair decision and sent a generous gifts in return. Thank you. What'd you give us? Envoy from Elysium. We need to go back to all that. Development of the art of war. They who do not seek to know their enemy fail to forge new paths to victory will inevitably fall. The secret of the success lies in the officer's steadfast focus on strategy, ability to learn from the past. Okay. Yes. Let's get the royal thing going as well. No, don't cancel it, please. Alright. Beautiful. And we're going to need to head back to court to deal with a bunch of stuff that popped up, so... Close that. Should have saved, but there we go. Need to head them back. They need to go south to help deal with some things. Elementals all over the place down here, huh? Use my switching ray. Nice. Oh, you're definitely close enough to move up on our way. I thought that was my Hell Knights. Oh, you made it all the way up. How cute. Bye. Oh, really strong. This army is just really strong, honestly. It could be better, but it's pretty good. And these champions are doing decent damage now. Which is nice. Don't know about these guys, but I like having 2 ranged units. You're surrounded, son. Stand no chance. Beautifully done. I think we lost 1 Hell Knight in that fight. Yeah. But we got it back. Looks like the commander of this unit has been taken apart in an attack on Canabras. What else would explain the item in his chest located from the Tower of Astrad Museum? What is that? Unavoidable drill. +3 keen light pick. Nice. Headed back south, because we definitely need to be. You need to be careful. Can have them for now. Need to get you guys to go to Dresden. No, that's fine. You can rest in Dresden. You can rest inside of Dresden. Let's manage it. I want to see how the progress is going on these. I don't know how many days it's been. Oh, they're up. You guys didn't tell me that they were up already. Increases income. I like increasing income. Alright, and I believe these are material points, yeah. You can buy them if you want, but I think we're gonna wait on that. Alright, let's head inside. Shall we? To the Citadel! We've got many things to take care of here, I believe. Like 3 different envoys at least. Hello there. Velg, a Keladin in a well-worn travel robe with deep hood offers you respectful bows. Voice is quiet and emotionless. Greetings, Commander. To be granted an audience with a figure of such importance is a great honor. Your victories have impressed and inspired me, which is why I wish to do my part in the Crusades. Who are you? My name is Velg. I am a Kelid. My lineage dates back to the Sicorian clans, and bonds of kinship have always been sacred to my family. When the Worldwound opened, my ancestors fled Sorcerers, but they did not forget their homeland. Even before the Crusades began, my great-grandfather marched in defense of our people. He perished, as they all did. My great-grandfather and his eldest sons first joined the First Crusade. My grandfather joined the Second. Our family's warriors have fought in every crusade, and that is why our bloodline is now extinct. They say this crusades will be the last, and so I've come, alone, for there is no one else. Alas, I'm no warrior, but I still wish to be of use. How do you plan to help me? For 23 years I've been gathering documents on Sorcerers. They contain numerous mentions of the history of the Blackwater clan. The clan was beset by demons. Its members have dedicated themselves to creating a powerful weapon against the Worldwound. The clan needed more time, but no support came from their neighbors, and so the Blackwaters were destroyed. But the fate of the clan was not important right now. What is important is that thanks to certain ancient maps, I've been able to pinpoint the location of their settlement. If you go there, you'll be able to verify my findings, and if you happen to find a weapon that will help you fight the demons, it'll bring me satisfaction and pride, and my life will have a purpose. What kind of weapon was the Blackwater clan working on? My thoughts on this matter are pure speculation. Perhaps it was a blade that could cut down even a demon lord, or an artifact that could call upon an endless host of spirits, or a circlet that could reverse the flow of time or erase the planar invaders from reality. The Blackwater clan operated in secrecy to protect their work from spies, unfortunately an ever-present concern to avoid drawing the demon's attention before the time was right. An odd way of speaking. I am a scholar. I know how to speak through manuscripts and prefer to express my thoughts using my quill instead of my tongue. Social interaction is not my area of expertise, so I ask for your understanding when it comes to my rather rudimentary communication skills. Thank you. I'll put this information to good use. It pleases me to be of use to you. Okay. No. The air is filled with spicy, heady fragrance, and steam gently rises from the bathtub. Darren is perched on the lip of the tub, holding on with both hands for balance while lazily swinging one leg. His face is a picture of innocence. Ah, my dear commander, you're just in time. I took the liberty of looking after your well-being and having prepared everything you needed for a relaxing bath. Bathing for pleasure is most therapeutic indeed, and essential for healing rest and sound sleep. What is that smell? Herbs from the mountain meadows. I know many professionals prefer to add scented oils, rose petals, or foam to a hot bath, but I choose herbs. They are simply superior in every respect, and they inspire thoughts of freedom. Thank you for this. It's very thoughtful. Do you believe I'm being thoughtful, do you? What if I was merely dropping a very heavy hint that you desperately needed to wash? Last I checked, we were living in a violent, cruel world where warmness and sincerity cannot be expected from any quarter, and yet here you are, making such rash assumptions about my motivations. Anyway, it's time for me to go. I shall leave you alone with this vessel of bliss. A rather dreadful turn of phrase, I admit, but what else am I going to call a hot bath in the middle of this brimstone fortress? Thank you. I will make the most of your gift. Have a nice soak. You deserve it. Yeah, you can't stay, buddy. I'm sorry. We don't flow that way here. Looks around. Ah, Commander, how is our crusade doing? Our crusade? What brings you to me? Oh, it's just a trifling thing. I wish to make a donation to the crusade cause. It seems to be a smart decision to me, because what's good for the crusade now is tightly intertwined with what's good for yours truly. I did not have to give the revenue from my estate a good shake-up and send a few couriers scurrying about, but in the end I managed to acquire a couple decent items. All in all, here's my donation to the crusade and its commander. You must try them out for yourself. I offer these gifts from the bottom of my heart. A wand of pox pustules and wand of ray of sickening. Thank you, these will come in handy. You're excellent, I was happy to contribute. Good day to you, Commander. By the way, take a closer look at my gifts. You may find something special in there. A what? Early sunset. Otherworldly is the word that describes the stranger's face best. Everything about him indicates that he has arrived from another plane. He bows before you with grace and dignity. So that's what you look like, troublemaker. The whole plane of Elysium seems to be talking about you. Your power resounds through space like a bell. I hurried to the call so I could advise you and help you to avoid any missteps. Boring. Wisdom is often tiresome. A mortal cannot be expected to build supernatural power without guidance, so you would do well to take advice from an actual supernatural being. You may call me Early Sunset. I have hoped you to become your most trusted advisor in all matters big or small. So you're real Azada then. You come from Elysium. Not precisely. The news of you and your particular abilities have reached me while I was traveling between planes, so I've not come directly from Elysium. However, I can tell you quite a bit about it if you'd like. How can you help me? I will monitor your abilities, observing how they develop. You've probably discovered by now that they're somewhat chaotic and prone to spontaneous manifestation without your deliberate will. It's not surprising, as Azadas and other supernatural beings are created with their powers already a part of them. Yet you received yours as a sudden gift. That gift may be inconvenient and even dangerous for its wielder. I will try to learn more about it and teach you to control it over time. A mentor is essential for such undertaking. If you really are a good mentor, then you should teach them the fun stuff. You know, like how to make pretty pictures on berry jelly with whipped cream. Not this boring stuff. Do you know anything about my power? It's unique, no doubt about it. Everything seems to suggest that you're somehow wielding the powers of the mightiest Azanas. Mortals possess many gifts and may reach extraordinary heights in sorcery, but your abilities are at another level entirely. They abide by different rules, if there are any rules at all to speak of. If this is the will of one of the gods of Elysium, I'd like to be the first to discover their intentions. That said, it may well be a careless folly long forgotten by its author, and not a deliberate design. In that case, you'll need the my help and advice all the more. Glad to meet you, early sunset. Pleasure is mine. I'll take you no more of your time. If you wish to talk, I'll be nearby. It will take me some time and observation of you to ascertain how exactly your power manifests itself and how you must wield it to stop it spiraling out of control. Once I have something useful to tell you, I'll inform you without delay. Konomi. Commander, upon hearing word of your victory in the Battle of Dresden, many leaders in Aveston have been considered taking a more active supporting role in the crusade. Fighting demons in the name of saving the world is a prestigious endeavor, especially when the war is going well. The one whose help is accepted first will increase their standing in the political arena, which is why the powers are now competing for the right to conclude an alliance with Mendeb before their rivals do. Nerosian has already chosen which of them is to be favored, Isger. We've been building an alliance with that nation for a long time, and now the capital is expecting you to address the steward of Isger with an official offer to support you. Lastwall is Mendeb's most trusted ally. If we were to ask someone for support, it should be them, the Shining Crusade. What? Say we invite the Sword Lords of Brevoy to this party. The righteous Mendevian knights just love those hot-headed principals who draw their weapons and challenge you to a duel at the drop of a hat. And get this, they win such duels. Nerosian will be ecstatic to have allies like these, and I hope the demons will enjoy their company as well. Just as a note, we happen to have a neighbor who's barely any presence in the crusade. I'm talking about Numeria. It's believed to be too wild and barbaric to have dealings with. How about we show everyone how wild and barbaric tribes can fight, and invite them to a bigger part of the world? Why does Nerosian decide whose help I should accept? Because you are, with all due respect, one of Her Majesty's subjects. And because it took great effort for Mendeb's diplomatic corps to win Isger over and ensure you would receive their help. Are you confident that your allies you choose yourself will be as reliable? We can't call everyone for help? I wish we could, but we can't. The Shalexians and their colonies can't stand the Andorians, and Multhun is at war with the Nermathus, and Dal and Lastwall are daggers drawn, and all of them envy the wealth of Absalom, protest against the godlessness of Druma, and fear the revolutionary plague of Galt. They can tolerate each other in small doses, but an official letter from the commander summoning one of the nations to assist the crusade will lead to, shall we say, an eruption of toxic volcanoes across half the courts of Aveston. So I'm afraid you'll have to choose which of your allies is most desirable to you. Let's see what the council has to say. Commander, we both realize that Mendeb's political interests lie beyond competence of this council. The decision's already been made in the capital, and Nerosian has shown courtesy and concern for your authority by allowing you to implement the decision yourself. You're dangerously close to making me angry. And you're dangerously close to ruining the carefully arranged political scheme that will allow Mendeb to strengthen his relationship with one of the most influential states in Aveston. But your tactics are far riskier than mine. I trust my own council more than the royal council. Indeed, what could Her Majesty's most loyal servants possibly know about diplomacy? Let us listen to the council. Why do you suggest we sip Lastwall's aid? Shining Crusade, Lastwall, and Mendeb have such in common. We protect Galurian from demons, they fight the undead and the legacy of Tar-Baphon, Whispering Tyrant. Like us, last folk are used in the Eternal War. They are persistent, vigilant, and know how to oppose baleful magic. Their swords will aid us on the front lines, and the watchful eyes of their Inquisitors will do us much good on the home front where the spies of the Ivory Labyrinth roam. What do the Sword Lords offer us? A whole slew of benefits. We'll see some fresh blood in this war, poke the oh-so-formal Nerosian with a stick, recruit excellent fighters, proud as peacocks, just begging for a chance to prove themselves, and besides, this alliance can be easily arranged. I used to take private fencing lessons from a certain sword lord of high standing. Fencing didn't work out, but her lesson was gorgeous. Isn't that going a little far? We can't make decisions of importance just because you had an affair with Brevin. Lynn, do you think Numeria will join us? If we treat them as equals, they will. They may be barbarians by the standards of land like Mendeb, but nobody can call them cowards, and many of them are descendants of Sarkorians who fled for Keled kin in Numeria. We'll remind them about the time they were wronged by the demons, and the whole clans of the Avengers will answer the call. Man, you're so passionate about finding your friends. Together you will, let's see, sit by the bonfire, play some dissonant musical instruments, speak your teeth and knives. What else do savages do for fun? Dance around naked, obviously. Sorry I can't bring you along. They'll make fun of me for having such a scrawny friend. The reason why Numeria hasn't been invited to join the crusade. Needless to say, I personally do not share this prejudice against them, but not all sovereigns of Aveston feel the same. So we'll find it beneath them to be involved in the crusade, same crusade as barbarians. What sort of help can we expect from Isger? Isger's nation locked in constant territorial struggle with goblin tribes. Countless battles of tempered their army, taught them not to fear losses, and granted experience in both military craft and cultivation of untamed lands. The formidable combat sorcerers would be great use to Dresden, would you not agree? There is, however, another reason to pursue this alliance with them. Isger is a protectorate of Cheliax, and with such a mighty patron at their back, they have no shortage of resources or troops. By establishing friendly relations with Isger, we can strengthen our ties with a powerful neighbor in the south. The value of such an alliance is indisputable. Lady Konomi. I do not doubt that your only innate modesty forbids you from mentioning the innumerable bribes received by Nerosian diplomats for facilitating this alliance. I mean, imagine Cheliax was most generous. However, among the funds that make their way into the army's coffers, I could not spot a single coin of Chelixian mintage. So, why should we help you? I've made my decision. Alright. Your wisdom never fails. Nerosian will be pleased to know we're not squandering allies whom they have taken such pains to attract. The battle sorcerer of Isgir handling the clashes of goblins will serve you well. Detain you any longer, Commander. When matters of foreign or domestic policies once again require your attention, I will reconvene the Diplomatic Council. I want the Sorcerers. Garen's Gift. Manage Crusade Affairs. See if we got anything else going on that we can mess with now that that's all happened. Doesn't look like it. Got any rank ups that we're allowed to do at the moment? Man, we're just waiting for other things. Okie dokie. This is huge, dude. This is actually huge. Crazy. Alright. We need to rest. And we need to go sell some stuff. And then I guess we're gonna dip. I dip, you dip, we dip. Come now, Ava.
March on!
I don't know why they're not coming. Oh, the bath's gone, but the candles are still floating there. That's hilarious. Oops. Diary found in a crypt. Let's take a rest. Begin resting. Finish resting. That was loud. I see they restore their con damage.
I stand ready.
Oh, I wanted to talk to Early Sunset. That's right, there we go. I didn't see him there. What questions you bring? Tell me about yourself. By moral standards, I'm very, very old, so telling you about myself would take an unreasonably long time. Many of the creatures you call supernatural emerge from reborn souls of mortals. I am not one of them. I was shaped from a fragment of my home plane as an embodiment of its principles. An eternity has passed since then, during which I've seen the incredible and witnessed the unbelievable. Gods battling one another, demon lords rising and falling, centuries-long disputes over the fate of the single soul brought before Pharasma's judgment. Yet despite the breadth of my experience, there are still things in this world that can surprise me, like you, for instance. Tell me about the gods and things that have happened on other planes. You must have witnessed many great events. Well, I know a story that you would find engaging. It's not directly related to your current events, but it's still quite instructive. It occurred, let me see, less than 600 years ago is the time measured in the material planes. In other words, it might as well have been yesterday. It all began with a lady of the hunt, a demon lord who has since perished. It was her penchant to take control of the body of a recently deceased hero and visit their family and friends to wreak death on them in an especially gruesome manner. Aelor preferred to keep the hero's soul somewhere close at hand to make them watch their loved one dies, unable to intervene. Believe me, I take no pleasure in recounting this meaningless violence. It so happened that Aelor picked a righteous destined priestess. One of the goddesses was especially fond of as her new victim, enraged the goddess, and believe me, the wrath of the righteous is much more destructive than evil and darkness. Desna stormed into the abyss itself and obliterated Aelor along with her realm, reduced her to dust, scattered her in the wind, and when she did that, something unprecedented occurred. Demon lords who lived like spiders in a jar since time immemorial, never missing a chance to bite each other, suddenly banded together in an alliance called the Coalition of Chaos. Don't recall ever, and I mean ever, laughing as hard as I did when I first heard that name. That said, most of the gods did not see the humor in it. A planar war was about to break out, one that would claim at least as many lives as Earthfall, all because of a single priestess, her family, and her friends. Thankfully, Calistria wished to right Desna's wrongs. The goddess of revenge revealed her most powerful aspect, sowing discord among the demon lords. The savored Sting is a true artist in that regard. I must say, the Coalition of Chaos crumbled and the war never began. The demon lords and their armies crawled back into the abyss where it belonged without glory. Calistria is truly godlike in this story. Chaos stirred up a conflict only to be untimely defeated by chaos itself. Take from that what you will. Elysium, what is it like? It's a plane of great contradictions. It's built on the ideas of freedom, good deeds, and openness to all. But here's the paradox. If you do not believe in restrictions and are prepared to accept everyone, must you also accept that those who seek to restrain your freedom and bind you? If they are good and enjoy liberty, must you put up with those who are evil and thirst for power? Will banishing them be considered a restriction of their freedom? So many questions. So chaotic is the plane that it separates Separate parts contrast sharply with the whole. Vengeful Calistria and Gorum, the embodiment of endless and meaningless war over Elysium, alongside the carefree Desna and the adventure god Caden Kalenian. I might say that the one thing Elysium cannot abide is order, but it wouldn't be quite true, and is more that order avoids Elysium at all costs. How is your study of my power progressing? Not quite as quickly as I'd like. Still, I can already tell that the key to controlling your power lies in self-control, believe it or not. You're driven by emotion. It may bring visions of Elysium upon you, or it may turn the rock you stand upon into a garden. So far, these manifestations of power have been harmless, but someday you might transform a fortress wall standing between you and the enemy into a curtain of flowering vines. That's why you cannot simply let things run their course. Be cautious and prudent when making decisions. I'll be there for you. I will intervene and advise you if the choice you're about to make is potentially dangerous. Why did you decide to help me in the first place? Someone had to. Anyone who wields that kind of power, especially a power heretofore unknown that shifts the balance of the Worldwound, cannot be left unattended. As much as I'd like to avoid odious comparisons to a moth drawn to a flame, it is true in a sense. I have been drawn to your light, so here I am. I have to go. Farewell. Do we have anything else to talk about, Evu? When I grow up, I'll be able to transform into anyone I want. I've already started a list. Someone's got 400 names on it already. Where'd you come from again, and why did you decide to help me? You're my bestest friend. How can I not help? Because for coming here, I just sensed your power flew all the way to you. I mean, I can't usually fly between the planes by myself, but your power is like a guiding light, so I just flew. Tell me about Elysium. Can't tell you all that much about Elysium. I only lived there for 5 years, after all, if you don't count the time I spent as an egg. It's a beautiful world, so many things grow there, and they produce beautiful fruit, but there are some fruits there that you're not allowed to eat. There are some places that we're not allowed to fly either, and there are places that kids aren't allowed to visit, though not as many as there here on Galorium. All kinds of beings live in Elysium, even titans and gods, but I've only ever met one, Caden Kalian. He's not like other gods. He can go wherever he wants and talk to whoever he wants. Imagine that. There I was just flying around on some errands, and I met him, a god. He let me sit on his shoulder and carried me around for a bit. It was so much fun, but then he gave me a sip of beer and it tasted revolting. I realized it probably wasn't the best thing to say to a god of ale and wine, but he wasn't angry. He just laughed and said I'd understand when I grew up. Hate it when people say that, even a god. You think a god would know what dragons like. What do you think of my companions? Oh, I thought you'd never ask. Ember is kind, but I'm a little scared of her, and don't tell anyone this, but I almost got in a fight with that crow of hers. I like Land, but he's really, really sad even when he's making jokes. Or rather, he's even more sad when he's making jokes. It's all the wrong way around. I don't understand him. Rage old Boo, let's kick him out, pretty please. So always smiles at me, but he won't paint me properly. I keep telling him to add an extra tail, a fluffy one, and make my claws fluffy, and maybe a golden little plume that grows, but he just says I don't look like that in real life. Who cares about real life when you can imagine so much better? Seela, I kind of like her, but I kind of don't. She treats me like some kind of little pipsqueak. I mean, I know I'm little, but I'm still a dragon. Camellia is beautiful, but her spirit doesn't seem to want to talk to me for some reason. I guess it's just too shy. Oh, talk about Greybord. Feels like he's always sizing me up, wondering what kind of trophy I'll make when I'm big. I'll steal his pack one night and chew it up just because I can. Darren is mean. He doesn't think I'm even a little bit cute, I'm sure, but how can you speak to someone who doesn't love a cute little dragon like me? A little scared of India, she tried to catch me 3 times. She said she wanted to measure me with a ruler or something and attach a clothespin to my wing. It was sure annoying. I like Yerabeth, but only from a distance. I don't want to be too friendly with her. I mean, she'd probably start making scary faces and stamping her feet. I scattered peas where the paladins go to pray. You know, to make them slip and flail their arms about trying to stay standing. That'd be so funny. And Nivea probably wouldn't yell at me, but she'd probably catch me before I even poured the peas. I'm friends with your entire court, especially Aranka, Wallflower, and Ilks, but you probably already knew that. Aren't you scared of battling demons? Not even a tiny little bit. After all, I have you by my side. By the way, next time we meet any demons, we should ask them if they're scared to fight us. I have to go. Then I have to go too. We both have to go. Yay! Sounds fantastic. We do both have to go, Evu. You're right. I love you so much. I guess the inn would be a good place to sell some stuff pretty quickly. No, not the inn.
I tire of waiting.
The tavern. Uh-oh. I don't like it when it gives me that loading. What's happened? Did we make it? We made it. No fun when that happens.
Let us be off.
Got scared there for a second. Thought we weren't gonna load in. I didn't do any sorts of cuts though when it loaded in, so just slightly paranoid, I guess. Let's see here. I want to keep that. I don't remember what Woljif wears. He might wear that, in which case I'll keep that around too. Aww. How kind. So what'd you get me, buddy? So I can wear it. But then I won't get my amulet of natural armor. Does it do anything? I don't think it does anything. Interesting. Sela, do you already have an amulet of natural armor +2 at least? Yeah, you do. Okay, good. I need to remember that I can summon a Triceratops as well. It's important. Feel like that might be important. Let's dip. Time to head on out. And at some point, Woljip is just gonna like pop up. I hope. I really hope. Maybe you need to get bigger so that I can ride you, because it would be awesome.
Let's move.
Let's move. I agree. Let's do it. Yeah, this is my group. For now, unfortunately, Camellia has to join us, because, you know, we need somebody who can pick locks and all that. Although I bet that new guy could probably pick locks too, so maybe I could bring him along. Maybe. Wait for the result. Okay. We're headed in this direction. You have movement again? You do have movement again. Fantastic. You know what? I think this is actually the route to take. I think I've been going the wrong way. Sorcerers. Hello. Interesting. And then there's another thing that I guess I missed. The development of the active war. Those who do not seek to know their enemies. Okay, so we finished that. Not 100% what that did for me, but okay. Military Tribunal. Once a traitor, always a traitor. A lawbreaker is a criminal for life. Thus, the commander in the fight for the Lost Chapel, and then he ordered military tribunals to be organized within the army. Issued a decree. Thank you. Lots of decrees to be issued today, apparently. Alright, commander. Nope. Someone is on the road, not the dragon again, please. Dragon's scary. Who's on the road? Uh-oh.
Follow me.
I can still fight. Aye. Quick, tie him up. The Crusaders are here. The Crescent of the Abyss must be informed. Oh, you're tying him up! No.
Save the last one for me.
This is unacceptable. Ow! Become big, Gregor. Just focus on somebody, shall you?
Endure this. We can do it.
Good job, Sela. Of course, you succeeded. Stop shooting Avu! It's really rude of you. She'll get her revenge, don't you worry.
You are today's sacrifice.
Make every strike count.
Jesus, he just one-shot all 3 of them.
The light take you.
Maybe you can stop it. Thank you. Load it all up. Poor guys. Got freaking murdered. That sucks.
Trust in yourself.
Mind healing our little dragon friend, shall you? Just a little bit, you know? That'll do for now. Chase them down.
March on.
Nah, they made it. They made it away, unfortunately. Let's keep going. Enter the Shrine of Sacrilege. Who knows what'll be here. I actually need to slightly rearrange this. I just want you to be like slightly farther back. Just so she's 100% in the front, so she gets targeted. She meaning Sela, by the way, in case you were curious.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Okay.
Into the fray.
You're irrelevant.
0. Reduced to damage. Immune to slumber.
You won't survive me.
Good job.
Let us be off.
These little baby wolves. Shouldn't be too difficult of a time to fight little baby wolves.
We won't falter.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Endure this.
Yeah. Pretty simple.
The inheritor.
Did we find trouble?
Guide my blade.
They did. Make every strike count.
Surrender or else.
Just making sure I'm not hitting anybody with my breath weapon is why it takes me a little bit of time sometimes. That breath weapon hits hard, man.
Mind over muscle.
Take them out.
Heartbeat quickens.
Death to the heretics. Glory to the titans. Oh, found some more.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. Strike with all your might.
Go bed. No bed? Okay, no bed.
Go.
Get up here and fight as well, I guess. Oh, attacking Ava. So good. You're so good, Ava.
You won't survive me.
Oh, hello.
We can do it.
Nice miss. Solid miss.
Go.
The light take
Stay off the
you.
land if you don't mind. There's a lot of them though, isn't there? Holy heck.
Go for their hearts.
Why did you hit Camellia? I don't understand. It says you wouldn't and then you did, and I just don't like that.
Endure this.
Ember, no!
Forward.
There we go. He put another one to sleep. Poor Avu.
Into the fray.
Poor little Avu. I don't like it.
I'll cut you wide open.
Make every strike count. We won't
End his
falter.
life. There, thank you. And then maybe go to sleep. No, that's okay.
I'll remove this obstacle.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Ah, you actually hit me.
The
Crazy.
spirits demand your blood.
Avu walks really
You
far.
crossed the wrong mongrel.
Nice job, everybody. You all did great there. I think I'm going to finish exploring the outside of this area, and then before we head in, we'll call the episode.
Let's Can't hide from me.
What'd you find? Some good loot.
Uh-huh.
Oh, some more good loot. Don't mind if I do. I like when you find stuff for me, man. It's nice. But yeah, we know there's like a tunnel or something, or some kind of entrance to something here, so before we head in that, we'll call the episode, just because we're a little far along anyway. There it is. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace! Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you've got anything to say, go to the comments below, and if you haven't yet, hit that subscription button and the bell. If you want to see more, check out this video down here. Thank you so much for watching. Peace!